Hey guys, what's going on? I'm BMP. Welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Hopefully this video is going to make it super easy and simple for you to be able to use your Elgato HD60S and your Astro A50s. Use them at the same time for streaming and be able to hear all audio and not have to do anything external like plug in a headset to your PC so you can hear it. You're going to be able to still continue to use your Astro A50s on your PS5 and still hear game from your headset from the PS5 and talk to your party chat, and game sound will still come through the Elgato over onto your stream. So let's talk about it and get into it so you guys can get to streaming and having a good time. All right, let's go. Alright guys, this took me forever to figure out and it was some stupid thing, so hopefully you guys did what I did and you're having the same issue I have. So basically, you know, if you have the Astro A50s, you have to use an Astro HDMI adapter or an HDMI adapter from a third party you can get on Amazon. I have the one made by Astro and I did do a video that I'll put in the description down below and it'll probably pop up there somewhere as well for you guys to set up your Astro A50s on the Astro HDMI adapter for your PS5. So if you only here for that, you're probably going to want to go check out that video. If you're here because you want your Astros to work on your PS5 as well as Elgato HD60S, then definitely stick around. So as you guys know, the box that you have for the Astro is the HDMI splitter. So you already have that set up, right? The thing that you're going to want to change with the current setup you have right now, not for this part, I'm only talking about how your HDMI adapter set up for just your Astro A50s. You didn't set up your Elgato yet, so this is just, I'm talking about the adapter just for the Astro A50s, not including the Elgato setup yet. All right, so as you know, as the box sets right now for your Astro A50s only, in the HDMI in port for that box, you're gonna have it connected to your PS5 to the HDMI input, because that's where the sound's coming from. And then on the output, you have the other HDMI plugged into the box and then going into your monitor and TV. So the HDMI output on your HDMI Astro adapter is the HDMI in the back of the out into your monitor or TV. And then of course you have the power connector on there, so you have power to the box. And then of course you also have the optical in from your Astro A50 base station plugged into that optical port on the Astro HDMI box. So it looks a little something like this. One thing we gotta say before setting up your Elgato though, everyone, you need to go over to your settings on your PC. So where you're gonna go is, even before you set up your Elgato HD60S, you're gonna wanna make sure you take one important feature that is in the settings of the actual PlayStation 5 itself and turn it off. If you hook up the Elgato HD60S before turning this feature off on your PlayStation 5, you will not see anything and it will just be a waste of time and you'll have to unhook it all just so you can click this one easy feature off. So make sure you do this step before connecting your Elgato HD60S. You're going to scroll over, you're going to go over to your settings, which is the cogwheel on the upper right hand side of your PlayStation home screen. You're going to click that with the X button. You're going to go down to System, go down one time to HDMI, and then you're going to scroll over on the right and then down until Enable HDCP is highlighted. You want to make sure that you turn that off. If it is on and you hook this up, it's going to just be a waste of your complete time. So make sure this is off. As you can see, Enable HDMI device link is on. The circle inside that oblong shape right there is colored in white. We want to make sure it's off, so you want to make sure there's no color inside that little circle over there, and you want to make sure the circle is to the left. Enable HDCP needs to be turned off before even hooking up your Elgato HD60S. So once you do that, you're ready for the next step, guys. So what you're changing from this next step is only one cord to hook up your Elgato HD60S. So what you're going to need to do, you're only going to be working with the cable that is plugged into the Astro HDMI adapter, is the HDMI output. That's the only thing we're going to touch right now to hook up the Elgato HD60S. So you're gonna leave the HDMI section that is plugged into HDMI out on the HDMI adapter, and you're gonna take the opposite end that's plugged into your TV and monitor. In my case, it's from my monitor, so I'm taking the HDMI that is currently plugged into my monitor, and I'm gonna take that, unplug it from my monitor, I'm gonna take that end, and I'm going down to my HD60S, and I'm putting that in the HDMI in port. Then from there, you're gonna wanna make sure that on the Elgato, on the HDMI out, for that HDMI, you're gonna make sure that is connected, the other end of that HDMI is connected to your monitor. So again, for a small recap, what we did is on the Astro HDMI adapter, we left the HDMI that's plugged into the slot that says HDMI output. We kept that there. We took the other end of that cable that was plugged into our monitor or TV and took it out and put that into our Elgato HD60S HDMI in spot. And then we took the other HDMI port that we have that should already be plugged into your Elgato HD60S, especially if you've had a PS4 and you're switching to the PS5. So you take another HDMI and you take one end of the HDMI and plug it into the Elgato HD60S HDMI output, and then you take the other end of that one the one that you just put in the HDMI output, and you plug that into your TV or monitor. And then you should have your Elgato set up correctly. So what you're gonna wanna do after you get it hooked up is your settings, right? So you have everything hooked up and you wanna be able to stream and have sound in your headset, and you wanna be able to engage with your friends in party chat, and you wanna make sure that Stream can hear all of that, right? So you're gonna wanna go down to sound, everybody. For microphone input device, you're gonna make sure it says USB headset Astro A50. That's what my headset is. If you do have the Astro A40s, it will say something along the line of Mixamp Pro Astro A40s. But for this particular one, my headset is the Astro A50. So you're gonna wanna make sure the input device on microphone in your settings on PlayStation is set to USB headset Astro A50. And then you're gonna scroll down to the next section of audio output. Right now, your audio output is probably set to USB headset Astro A50. You're gonna need to change that if you wanna be able to hear everything. You wanna make sure your audio output and output device is set to HDMI device TV. As you can see, it's switched there. All right, guys, as you can see, with the Elgato set up properly the way that I just showed you, just showing you again, in sound, make sure your input device is set to USB headset Astro A50, and then output device, you're going to want to make sure you click X on that and change that to HDM device TV. Do not keep it as USB headset Astro A50 or else you will not hear this. So make sure it's ticked. Make sure the check mark is set at HDMI device TV for your output. And as you guys can see down at the bottom here, I'll put my mouse right there in my Elgato section. As you can see, as I'm moving through, you can see as I go to my home screen and go through all the different icons on my home screen, you can see the Elgato moving, meaning that it is getting sound to it. So if you have it set to me, you can see that your Elgato is working. You guys can see that when I move it around to different icons, different places on the PS5, that sound is coming through my Elgato. Now the issue for me was when I put on my headset, I was not getting any sound whatsoever from my headset. So my Astro A50s in this exact setup that I just showed you with the HDMI out, with the output device set as HDMI device TV, it gave sound to my Elgato, as you can see, but it did not let me continue to have sound on my Astro A50s. My game capture and sound from the PS5 was definitely going through, but I could not hear any of it. So what good is that? Especially if you're playing a game, you need to be able to hear what's going on. So a lot of people came up with different things, like plugging a different headset into your PC so you could hear it through the PC. Okay, that's cool and all, but I want to chat with my friends on Party Chat. I do a lot of streams, as you guys know, over on our Twitch channel. Down in the description, down below, twitch.tv/BMP_89. It's a co-owned channel with my best friend Jess and I. As you guys know, we are always over there in Party Chat, so we communicate a lot. So if I can't hear her, then what's the point, right? And it's really annoying. Like, this should not be that hard. One simple thing. I switched and it made everything work. I got sound through my stream, and I got sound to my headset. And everything worked beautifully through the Elgato, and I did a test run and everything was perfect. what I did, and I'm an idiot, so I want to change this around so you guys aren't idiots like me, and hopefully this alleviates your problem not getting sound through your headphones when you have it set up like this. What I did was I took the optical port that's plugged in to my base station and running into the Astro HDMI adapter. You keep it plugged into the Astro HDMI adapter, but make sure you have it plugged into the right optical port on your base station. Me, being an idiot, just plugged it in. I set my Astro A50s up a long time ago on my PS4, so when I unplugged everything to set it up for the PS5, I just picked up the optical cord, plugged one end into the Astro HDMI adapter, and I took the other end and just put it in the first optical port that I could find. Well, if you forgot that there are 2 optical ports on your base station, then that could be your problem. So I had it in the wrong one. So I had mine plugged in on the first available one that I came to, and obviously that was the wrong one. And I only found this out reading comments on someone's YouTube video, not even in the video. But make sure you have it plugged into the right one. So it could be just switching it to the right optical port on your Astro A50 base station. The one that mine needed to be plugged into is the one that is right next to the power cable that you plug in. If you're looking at the back of your base station, there's an audio jack port on the far left, and then there's an optical port, another optical port, and then the power cable that you're going to plug in to give your base station power. You're going to want to make sure that your optical port is plugged into the one that is next to the power cord that gives your base station the power. So you're going to put it on, if you're looking at all the icons, all the little slots on the back of your base station from left to right, if you're looking from left to right, you're going to go over to the 3rd slot. It's going to be the 2nd optical port that you come to when you're looking at all those slots on the back of your HDMI base from left to right. I will definitely put a picture up over here on the side so you guys can see which one you need to have it plugged into. Soon as I did that, guys, honestly, I got sound in my headset. I got sound on the Elgato. Everything works smooth, so hopefully this helps you guys out. So just make sure that everything's plugged in where it needs to be, and don't be a me and plug your optical port into the wrong hole, because that really gave me hours and hours of headache of trying to figure this out. So hopefully this helps someone else out there and you don't do the same thing I do. If you guys have any further questions, please put it down in the comments below. I'll definitely try to help you out. And as always, if you want to jump in our streams, we stream most Monday through Fridays, link in the description, twitch.tv/BMP_89. You can jump in chat over there and I'll help you out to the best of my abilities. Other than that, if this helped you out, please consider giving a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel and hitting the bell so you guys know when we put out new videos. I hope you guys enjoy your new PS5 to all of its abilities. You guys have a great holiday season and keep smiling because you're awesome. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.